Ida was like, oh, so that's why you gave him the best reactions. And I was like, I am being perceived to the maximum. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am so freaking excited. You guys have no idea. I have been waiting to talk with you guys about this for literal months. Like literally, we filmed this video August 31st and it is currently October 19th. So I have been withholding this information with you guys for so long and I feel so horrible about it. But today we're going to be talking about my interview with ONEUS. You guys, I got to interview ONEUS back in August and I am just so freaking thankful and so grateful for everybody that was involved with this. It was such a crazy opportunity and it was just, wow, a lot of work went into it though. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, I feel like nobody really understands the amount of like people and work and time it takes to create one 16-minute interview for an idol group. Like in the room with us, like with ONEUS and like their team and our team, it was genuinely like, I want to say like 30 people in one room. Like it was a lot of people and a lot of work was involved. I don't even think my producer even slept the night before the interview because we were obviously making the questions, reviewing them with the company, and it was just like so much work and like so much effort to put into this interview. So I just want to say again, a big thank you to just everybody involved, obviously at Create Jump and obviously at RBW as well. Everyone worked so hard to get this interview to be what it is. I will tell you guys, I am going to be reacting to it and like giving you guys little behind the scenes, but I have seen it because I did have to review it and like I was the one who helped edit the English captions for it. So I have seen the interview since I filmed it, but that first time that I saw the interview, I was so incredibly shook. Like to see myself with idols is obviously, as you guys know, my dream. My dream from the beginning of moving to Korea and learning Korean has always been to interview idols, and the fact that I got to interview a group that I stan is so literally so crazy. If you guys don't know, I've been at 2Moon since their debut, so like genuinely getting to meet them and talk to them and like during the breaks getting to like genuinely have just conversations with them, like casually just like asking about their day, was so crazy as a fan. And again, I am just so incredibly grateful for this opportunity because it was just something that I will truthfully never forget. You guys, it was just so crazy. They are so much more handsome in real life than you could even imagine. And also, I just want to say, they are so incredibly sweet. They treated not only like just the staff in general, but me so nicely. They were so polite. And honestly, like they just kept complimenting my Korean, and it was something I was really nervous about, obviously being my first interview in Korean. Obviously, I'm not a native Korean speaker and I've only been learning Korean for 2 years or 2.5 years basically. So I was really nervous about like messing up. Obviously, I had a script, but like all of those like little freestyle moments, I was really nervous, but the boys were so incredibly nice. And they just kept complimenting me and like telling me that I was doing a good job. And honestly, like I just have so much love in my heart for them. Like truthfully, please support ONEUS on their current promotions for Baila, Conmigo. I just truthfully like, wow. I'm so incredibly grateful to have had this opportunity. And again, for it to be a group that I stan is just even more special and so much more memorable for me because obviously this is my first interview, but not gonna be my last interview. But yeah, we're going to be reacting to the interview. I'm not gonna put the full interview in here, so if you guys want to check it out, you will have to click the link down below and watch it. But we'll watch some of my favorite highlight clips and I will talk about little behind the scenes of kind of stuff that was cut out, because to be honest, a few things that were kind of hilarious were cut out, so I'm gonna spill the tea. And then I will talk to you guys a little bit more about kind of like just genuinely how it worked and a little bit of what we talked about during the break. So if you guys are curious, you'll have to stay tuned. But yeah, let's get into watching the interview. The thing is, the entire time I was interviewing them, I wasn't nervous to meet them, honestly. Like I've met idols before, and if you guys didn't know, like during those 2 weeks I was doing translation work, so I literally met 6 idol groups in 2 weeks. So I had worked with idols like very close, but like being in that position of like interviewer, I don't know, I just kept blushing. Like I don't know, it was I think my only like response to like anything that they said was just to start blushing or like giggling. So I'm gonna be a tiny bit embarrassed of my actions, but I don't regret my actions. I think if anyone else was in my position, they would also be blushing and giggling, because I mean, 5 beautiful men sitting next to you and you're just giggling like an idiot. So anyway, also before we start, I just do want to say again, thank you so much to everyone for just all of the lovely and like amazing response and like positive comments. It would just mean the world to me if you guys do share this and obviously do comment and like on the video, because like I said, the more love that this gets, the more that I get to do these and the more that I get to share with you guys, because oh my god, how cool would it be if I got to do like a behind the scenes of an interview vlog and like show you guys how everything is set up and how everything works. The behind the scenes of some of this stuff is just crazy. Like the amount of time and like the amount of effort put into each individual interview is so insane. Like genuinely, these people are working day and night to get these things out, and it's just like I gained so much respect for the industry once again, because wow, they really truthfully never sleep. Like they honestly just work all day all night, and it's so crazy. All right, enough rambling, let's get into it. Guys, if I start getting embarrassed, don't look at me.
Hi everyone, it's Ariel here with Create Jump.
It's Ariel here. Guys, I look so weird. It's so crazy to see myself with blonde hair. Guys, baila conmigo slaps. It slaps. Guys, it's so crazy. What? Guys, I was so nervous about my Korean. Also, if you guys don't know, Hwanung is my bias, and he was the one that sat like obviously the farthest from me. It was probably a blessing in disguise. Every time we would make eye contact, I would just start blushing. Well, they were all so much prettier than I expected though, you guys. Like, oh my god, so much more beautiful. Well, guys, I was so nervous about this. It was so funny because I was really hoping he would say his part. He's so cute. Literally, I was like hoping he would say this because I was like, please say it for us. I was like, can you please show us, King? And then he was like, me? And I was like, yeah, you. And then he started making excuses. We're all like, come on, hurry up, buddy. It was so funny. They're so funny, you guys. And see? Not the Ariel blushing. This was really cute. Like, this was very, very cute. I really hope all the European fans, I hope everyone does that at the concert. Oh, guys, let me go to Europe. Bring me to Europe, please. I want to go see them now. Truthfully, I want to see them in concert now. I think we got the questions like 9 p.m. the night before, and I think we started filming at, oh, I want to say like 12, and we only had 30 minutes with the boys, so it was very, very like tight schedule. Yeah, so I had like very little time to prepare, so I think I only went through the questions like 2 or 3 times. But when we were driving from like the company to obviously the filming location, it was filmed in a studio. We were like going over, and like one of the staff members was pretending to be the boys, and like I said, we guessed all of the answers. It was so funny. Honestly, like you guys, like the staff involved in all of this are just like my favorite people ever. Like they are just the sweetest people in the entire world. They were my hype people. They would just hype me up for everything that I did, and honestly, it just made everything so much more comfortable, like having a team that I was really comfortable working with. Oh, it was so fun. 네.
발표하신 앨범 중에 가장 애착에 가는 앨범은
무엇인가요? Oh, they gave really good reactions. I was so thankful. Guys, there were some things where I was like, I don't know how to say a reaction to this, so I was just like, okay, next question. Oh, this was also so funny. I was so curious about these answers. They're so funny. Like, they were just roasting each other the entire time. I love their dynamic. They're just so funny. Also, Soho is my bias record, for you guys wondering. I love him. So cute. They're so funny, you guys. They gave the best reactions. Literally, oh, it was so much fun. Guys, my like default answer was, oh, 너무 좋을 것 같은데요. Like, oh, like that would be really nice. Like, I think they would like that. And they literally they were like, are you a robot? They just gave the best responses. Like, I love that like back and forth like playful energy. It just made everything so much lighter and like so much more comfortable to like do the interview. Like, honestly, I'm so grateful for them. Like, it was so much fun. literally me hides behind my little cue card. No, literally, it was just because like I was just like literally like listening like this, like whoa. And I was like, wow, 너무 좋아. I don't even know why. I think I got so immersed into like just being there with them. I was just like, wow. I also will just say, like, I did get to tell them that like I was a fan and like I've been a fan since debut, and they were honestly really shocked that I was a fan since debut. And I was like, yeah, like y'all are popular. They're like, what? And I was like, yeah, like you got a lot of fans internationally. They're like, and I was like, what? Also, this one is hilarious. This is literally so funny. If you see me giving him a side eye, you guys know I know what's coming. I didn't mean to give him a side eye. When he said it, I was like, oh no. Okay, do you see how it cut off really fast? Okay. So he said that, right? But the thing is, I was prepared for one of them to say that they wanted to be bald. Like, I prepared myself, but I was like, oh, like, it'll look really good on you. And I said it kind of like in the same, like, kind of tone of like the other one where I was kind of robotic. And Hwanwoong was like, oh, I don't think you'd like it. And we all just started dying. It was so funny. But they obviously cut it out. I was like, it'll look really good on you. Sorry guys, I'm not a fan of the bald head. I'm so sorry, you know, I'm so sorry. But it was so, oh my god. When I saw that it was cut out, I died. It was so funny. Guys, I think I became a Connie fan after this. Like, I really think I'm a fan of Connie. Like, I've always been a fan of all of them, but I'm a Connie fan now. Like, guys, I don't think you understand. For me, this editing is like the most funniest thing, because obviously I was there in the moment, and like so many just like awkward silences had to be cut. Because there's just so many things I'm like, well, how do I respond to this? Oh yeah, so when we did like the personal questions, we basically did like 2 per member. They were so difficult, and I was so stressed out to like talk to each of them individually, because obviously when you ask a general question, like you don't really know who's gonna like answer or like what they're gonna say. But like an individual personal question, like you're gonna get like that response from that member. I don't know why, but this put so much pressure on me. And especially there was one part during Sion's question where like the pronunciation of one of the words, I literally was just sitting in the car repeating the word because I could not like get it right. I got it right in the video, but like wow, so hard. 당단이신데 I literally can't even say 당당이. I don't even know, like I literally, you guys, I can't say that word. 당단이신데 I can't do it. 살짝. I was like, please do it. Okay, when he said this, it was so out of pocket. We were all so confused. Literally, this was hilarious. You see the no reaction? And then Connie's like, she asked you to like show us. And then I was like, oh, should I try and save it? Be like, oh my god, you did such a great copying, like go. And then I was like, nah, there's no saving this one. It was so much fun. And then like all of like the excuses were so funny. Oh my god, it was so funny. You guys, let me tell you, I just had so much fun with them. Like, I cannot even begin to describe to you guys how much fun it was. I bet nobody else thinks it's this funny, but I'm literally like, this is hilarious. Anyways, let's keep going. You guys, when Hwang literally did this, I want to just preface this by saying I didn't tell them like who my bias was until after the interview, because we didn't really get to talk much like freely until after the interview. So they didn't know who my bias was. All they knew that I was a fan. This man kept roasting me the entire time. But I loved it, so it was so funny. Like, honestly, I'm so thankful. They were so sweet to me. But having your bias roast you on film, like that's honestly like the relationship I want with my bias. I was dying. I was like, what do I say? Oh my god, you guys. Also, funny story about this. So like I said, we filmed this back in August. So when he talks about like the dance cover that he wanted to do, I literally died. And then like I think it was like a week or 2 later he posted the cover, and I was like, if only the interview had come out, because obviously now like the dance cover has been out for a while. But let me tell y'all, I was shook to my core when he said this. 살짝. Oh, I literally.
오늘 딱 보고서 굉장히 반한.
Also, he said a lot more than just this. He literally got up and he's like, guys, what do you think these are made of? Do you think these are made of like denim? Like, would you say these are denim? And he was like showing his cargo pants. Oh my god, he did this whole ment. It was hilarious. But yeah, he wanted to cover baggy jeans and he did end up covering it and he slayed it. So everyone go watch his cover. And then you see Ariel's shocked face because Ensid is in here. I was like, oh my god. I was having like the 10 stages of grief right here, you guys. Like, I was literally going through it. I'm not even kidding. I was like, please, man. Oh my god, guys, I'm not even kidding. Like, I literally, like I said, I have been a fan of ONEUS since their debut. And like I said, Hwanu has always been my bias. Connie came for me. Genuinely the sweetest person ever. And Connie did so much to like try and make me comfortable like the entire interview. Like, I just want to praise Connie for a second because like shout out to Connie because obviously like Connie is the best in English in their team. And like he would always try to speak to me in English. But then like whenever I would speak Korean, he would just constantly be like, wow, you're so good at Korean. Like, we've worked really hard to learn Korean, like, and he was just like, wow, you're so good at Korean. And just like honestly, like, he was just the sweetest person in the entire world. And like honestly, such a lovely person to work with because he was so bright and so, wow, you guys, I could literally go on a rant about how much I loved working with Connie. I want to interview them again so I can talk with them again. He was so nice. Like, they were all so nice, but like Connie just has that like personality that's so outgoing, and he was so talkative. Like, he was the one that like asked me all the questions during the breaks and stuff. He was so nice. This, okay guys, is my favorite part of the interview. Getting to ask Connie to guess my MBTI was the most entertaining thing of the day. It was my favorite part, hands down, of the interview. This was so fun to me, and like the reactions of all of them were so fun to me. So again, this is my favorite clip of the interview. Everyone, let's watch it. I have watched this way too many times. My favorite clip. I was so curious what he would think. They gave such good reactions. They gave such good reactions. Oh my god, it was so funny. Ah, he's so sweet. Honestly, Connie, the sweetest person in the world. That was the interview. It was very crazy. But there's also a second part in which we got to play a game, so we're gonna watch that as well. We actually originally wanted to play a guess the K-pop song game with them, and we had it all planned out. Unfortunately, there was just a time restriction because, like I said, for these interviews, because obviously like the idols have other schedules, you only get a certain amount of time with them, and our allotted amount of time was only 30 minutes. But yeah, we did get to play a little bit like who matches the member best. I don't even know how you say that in English, but anyways, guys, this is also hilarious, and I'm genuinely so happy they left some of the parts in of this because it was just like gold. Like, it was, I was roasted once again. Oh, it was so funny. Okay, let's go.
Okay guys, now we're gonna play a really fun game.
I can't speak English, you guys.
It's the quickfire game.
Quickfire game, that's what it's called. Close enough.
So the members are gonna point at the members.
I also love like the sounds are so funny.
And we're gonna see who it is. So let's go. Let's go. 그 첫 질문은 행동이 가장 빠른 사람의 이름인가요?
This is like who's the quickest to do things, like if they have like an assignment or something. Sometimes the like translations weren't the best. I was just like, what can I say? Okay, why? I was actually surprised about this, like hearing about Ido's like personality. It was really interesting to me. I was really shocked. I was like, wow, that's super cool. He's better than me. I'm a procrastinator. This was so funny, you guys. Soho kept picking himself, and then everyone's like, I don't think he gets it. That is so good. They're like, oh, we'll give you something, don't worry. Always one Soho. Always one Soho. So funny. I literally laughed so much this day, you guys. Not in being like, should I give it to you? So make us laugh. I died. Yo, not the gas man interrupting me. They needed to like check like the gas meter in my house. So okay, back to the video. But yeah, they were playing the game. So back to the game. I was so stressed, you guys. Oh, this was so funny too. He's so cute. Oh, and they were like, oh, 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 oh. Oh, they're so cute. And then they're like, let me just roast Soho for a second. So cute. Oh, this. Okay. This is probably my second favorite clip of the entire interview. First is Mbti iconic, that's iconic, but this is literally the roast of the century in like the best way possible. Guys, this is literally my favorite part.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I was like, oh, like there must be like a reason that he like picks up the choreography really easy, right? And he's like, no, I just learned it easily. And I was like, thanks, King. And like he's laughing so hard, like he was so cute. And then he's like, sorry. I was like, no, you're totally fine. But yeah, you guys, that was my full interview with ONEUS. Can you guys believe that it actually happened? I certainly can't. I also did get to, obviously, like I said, talk to them at the end. We had like about, I want to say like 5 to like 10 minutes that we kind of just like talked freely. And that's where kind of like we were just all kind of just like standing around waiting for like some of the footage to upload and stuff. I think the first question that like they asked me was just like, why are like, where they asked me where I was from, and I was like, oh, I'm American. And then they were like, oh, I got to tell them like, oh, like I've been a fan since debut, so it was a really big honor to interview with you guys. Like I'm really thankful, and like I'm like supporting you guys. And they were so surprised, like I said, that I was a fan, and especially that I was a fan since debut, and they were really thankful for it. And then they asked me like, how did I learn Korean, like why I was in Korea, and I was like, oh, you know, like I went to language school, and like I'm a university student. And they were so surprised by obviously like my Korean skills. And then I was asked my age, and I was like, oh, I'm the same age as Xion, and they were like, whoa. And I was like, yeah, I'm the same age as Xion. And then and then Ido asked the question of questions. He's like, so like who's your bias? And I was like, it just had to be you, did it? Ido was like, and I was just like, I look at like, okay, you guys, he's a tall man. Like they're all very tall, but like Ido's tall, and he was standing like the closest next to me when we were talking. And I just like look up at him, and I'm like, am I allowed to say? Like I was like, should I even say it out loud? And then they were like, yeah, we want to know. So I was like, oh, like it's Hongwoo is my bias. And Hongwoo was like shocked. Like he was not expecting him to be him. And so he like runs over and like literally gives me a fist bump. And I was like, wow, I got to fist bump my bias of like 4, almost 5 years. Insane. And then Ido was like, oh, so that's why you gave him the best reactions. And I was like, I am being perceived to the maximum. Like they continued like that, like bantery, like roasty, just like very friendly like demeanor after the interview, like when the cameras were off. And that was something that I would just take away with me like the entire time. They were so sweet to the staff, so sweet to me. And again, like it was just so nice, like that even on camera and off camera, they were just so fun to be around. And I just honestly, like I said, I just had the best time ever. And oh my god, let me tell you about Ido, because if we're gonna talk about this man who keeps roasting me. So I got the album from one of my staff members, and I like was like, oh, can you guys sign this for me? And I was so like, I don't know why, after the interview I got more nervous, I guess because it was more like free talk. I was like, oh, this isn't scripted, like what if I mess up my Korean? And I was like trying to open the plastic on the album, but I was shaking, so I couldn't. And then Ido just goes, I'll do it for you, and like just like takes the album. And I was like, wow. Like he's so like blunt, but he's like the sweetest, nicest person in the entire world. And like we were just chatting, and he was just like opening the album for me, just like listening, and I was just like, wow, like what a guy. Oh, he's so nice. But as you guys can see, like I said, I got the Pygmalion album signed because that was the album that was like the most recent. And if you guys can see, it says to Adam. Adam is my Korean name, and that's obviously like what I go by at like the company, obviously because I speak in Korean. And if you guys can see, it's like a little heart as like the O of Adam, I guess. And then the heart here. And it was actually Hwanung who signed this, because they were like, oh, you're her bias, you're signing it first. And I was like, okay, don't need to be aggressive. But yeah, as you guys can see, they signed the back of it, and it's so pretty. I got all of their signatures, and again, they were just so lovely to work with. The kindest people in the entire world. Like genuinely, like I said, I had to do a lot of interviews in like a very short amount of time, and like getting to interact with them was definitely like in my top three interviews. Like I said, I had to interview like a lot of different idols and like be a part of a lot of different interviews over the span of 2 weeks, so I met a lot of different people in that time, but they were just so respectful, like towards me and towards the staff, and I can't just like describe to you guys like their energy. Like their energy was just so good, but it was just so fun to be part of like an interview where it was just so comfortable. Like there was obviously nothing that it was very uncomfortable, or like obviously there was awkward moments because like that's gonna happen, but truthfully I'm so thankful for them because they made it such a fun and like cool experience. Like I walked out of it and I was just so happy because like it was just so much fun, and like again, like all of the staff members were laughing. Even like when we were having like our meeting after the interview and like I was talking with my staff, they were like, Ariel, like it went so well, like I'm so glad like we got to do this because you just seemed like such a natural. And I've just been reading a lot of your guys' comments and everyone is just kind of like praising my like interviewing skills, and honestly it just means the entire world to me because as you guys do know, like this is my dream job and I really hope to continue to do this in the future. So I am just so incredibly thankful, and obviously like as I do more interviews I'll get more comfortable and it'll be easier for me to obviously do those like in between ments and like those little bit of like back and forth kind of like talking. But you guys, as my first interview, I'm so incredibly proud of it and I'm so grateful and like I said, thankful for everybody involved. Obviously I am the most thankful to ONEUS because if it wasn't with them, I don't know if it would have gone this well. They truthfully did so much for me, and like they just are, again, such nice people. Like I cannot describe to you guys how sweet they were, and like obviously you guys know I'm a fan, so like just being a fan of a group and then getting to like sit next to them and just like talk with them and be like, hey, like how's the weather, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of terrifying, but they made me feel so comfortable and like so just like, I don't even know how to describe it, but like they made it feel like we weren't having an interview, like we were just talking, and I loved that like aspect of like we were having fun. And I think that's like the biggest thing that I'm gonna take away from it, is that I had so much fun interviewing them and they just made it so much fun. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed the interview. Like I said, if you guys want to see the full thing, you can watch it down below. I have it linked. Again, please give lots of love to Create Jump, who obviously gave me this opportunity, and to obviously RBW and ONEUS. Please support them on their new comeback for a Baila Conmigo, which is a bop. And again, I'm so excited for the future and I'm so ready for this future to come. And like I said, I cannot wait to share more of these things in the future. So please, all I'm asking you guys is just to give the interviews lots of love, because the more love you guys give it, the more opportunities I will have. And we are working our way up. I want to interview all of the groups that I stan. I want to interview everyone. It was just, like I said, not to get emotional in this video, but it was just one of the most surreal days of my life. And like when I got this footage back for the first time, I watched it back and like obviously I sent all my edits, and then I just sat and I cried for like 3 hours, because you guys know this is my dream. You guys know this is what I've been working towards. I didn't drop out of college to go to language school like to not achieve this, and the fact that I've gotten here is just so crazy. And again, I owe it all to you guys. I obviously owe it all to everybody involved, and I'm just so incredibly grateful. So all I ask is that you guys give it some love, give it a like, give it a comment, and let's hope for more MC Ariel in the future, you guys. First MC Ariel with ONEUS. But yeah, hopefully soon I can do more and I can show you guys more interviews with idols. This is, again, my dream job, and the fact that I got to do it was just so incredible. So please continue to support me, continue to support everyone involved, and yeah, let's see what the future holds, you guys. Please, like all I'm asking is like just please send your support to me, because yeah, I'm working really hard towards my dream. I'm learning Korean, I'm going to university, I'm getting my degree. It's what I really want and I really want to achieve. So that's all I'm gonna say is please give it a lot of love. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Obviously I'm very thankful for all of you guys, because without you guys I wouldn't be here. But yeah, that's the end of today's video, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye everyone. Mwah.